Have you ever wondered how cybersecurity systems detect threats? It's as if they have a sixth sense, always alert, always watching. In the vast, intricate world of cybersecurity, threat detection is a vital cog in the machine, and a key player in this arena, intrusion detection systems, or IDS for short. These digital guardians tirelessly monitor our networks, sniffing out any sign of danger. Intrusion detection systems play a crucial role in safeguarding our digital assets. But how exactly do they work? So, what exactly is an intrusion detection system? Let's dive into the fascinating world of cybersecurity and unravel this technology that stands as a formidable line of defense in our digital landscape. An intrusion detection system, often abbreviated as IDS, is like the watchful sentinel of a network or a system. It's either a device or a software application that is designed to keep a close eye on your network or systems for any malicious activity or policy violations. Imagine a security guard at the entrance of a building, scanning everyone coming in and going out, ensuring that no unauthorized person sneaks in. That's pretty much what an IDS does for your network. It's there, day in and day out, ceaselessly monitoring the traffic and activities to spot any potential threats. But why is an IDS so important in today's digital age? Well, we are in an era where our lives are intertwined with the digital world. We store personal data, conduct businesses, manage finances, and even run governments through digital platforms. This massive digital presence attracts cybercriminals who are always on the lookout for vulnerabilities to exploit. That's where an IDS comes into play. It's the digital equivalent of a vigilant security guard, a watchful owl in the night, spotting potential intruders and alerting the system administrators. It's the first line of defense, ensuring the safety and integrity of your digital assets. An IDS doesn't just protect against external threats, but it also monitors internal activities. It checks for any policy violations within the system, like an employee accessing sensitive data they shouldn't be touching. It's like a digital compliance officer, ensuring everyone plays by the rules. In essence, an IDS is a critical component of any robust cybersecurity strategy. It's a proactive measure to protect against cyber threats, ensuring the safety, security, and smooth operation of your digital environment. Now that we know what an IDS is, let's delve into how it detects these threats. Scene script. Here's how an intrusion detection system operates. Let's imagine the IDS as a vigilant security guard, always on the lookout for any suspicious activity. The first step in its operation is monitoring. Here, it keeps a close eye on all the data flowing in and out of the network. This data could be in the form of packets, network traffic, or system files. Think of it as the guard scanning every person entering or leaving a building. Once it has gathered this data, the IDS proceeds to the second step, analysis. This is where the IDS really puts its detective cap on. It scrutinizes every bit of data, compares it against known threat patterns or anomalies, and determines whether it poses any threat to the system. This is akin to our security guard observing a person's behavior, checking them against a list of known criminals, and assessing if they pose a risk. Now, if our IDS detective does spot a potential threat, what does it do next? Does it jump into action, swinging batons and blowing whistles? Well, not quite. The IDS is more of an informer than a combatant. Its job is to alert the system administrators about the potential intrusion. It's like our security guard who, upon spotting a potential threat, radios the police to take action. But what if the IDS detects a false positive? That is, it mistakes a normal user activity for a threat. Well, in such cases, it's up to the system administrators to fine-tune the IDS, adjusting its sensitivity to reduce such false alarms. It's like training our security guard to better distinguish between a harmless visitor and a potential criminal. The working of an IDS is a continuous process. It keeps monitoring, analyzing, and alerting, maintaining a state of constant vigilance to protect the system from any potential threats. But how does the IDS know what to look for? That's where detection methods come into play. There are mainly two detection methods in IDS: signature-based detection and anomaly-based detection. Let's dive into the intricacies of these methods and understand how they contribute to the robust detection capabilities of IDS. Firstly, we have signature-based detection. This method essentially operates like a detective who has a book of criminal profiles and uses it to identify known culprits. In the context of IDS, the criminal profiles are patterns of known attacks, and the culprits are cyber threats. Signature-based detection maintains a database of known attack patterns, often called signatures. When a data packet passes through the IDS, the system checks the packet against the signatures in its database. If there's a match, the IDS raises an alarm indicating a potential security threat. For instance, consider a known phishing email signature that includes a specific combination of words like urgent, bank account, and password. If an incoming email contains this pattern, the signature-based detection method will flag it as a potential phishing attempt. However, this method has a limitation. It can only detect known threats for which it has signatures. New unknown threats or zero-day attacks can slip through undetected. This is where our second method, anomaly-based detection, comes into play. Anomaly-based detection operates more like a vigilant neighbor who raises an alarm when they see something out of the ordinary in your home. This method relies on establishing a baseline of normal behavior within a network. Any significant deviation from this norm triggers the IDS to flag it as a potential threat. Here's how it works. The IDS first learns the typical pattern of network traffic over a period of time to establish what's normal. This could include data like the usual amount of traffic, common destinations of data packets, or typical times of high activity. Once this baseline is established, the IDS continuously monitors the network traffic. If it detects any significant deviation from the norm, it considers it an anomaly and flags it as a potential threat. For instance, if your office network usually experiences high traffic between 9 in the morning and 6 in the evening on weekdays, and suddenly there's a surge in traffic at midnight on a Sunday, the anomaly-based detection method would flag this as unusual activity, potentially indicating a cyber attack. Anomaly-based detection is particularly effective at detecting new and unknown threats. However, it has a downside too. It can generate false positives, flagging normal but unusual network behavior as a threat. In conclusion, both signature-based and anomaly-based detection methods have their strengths and weaknesses. But when combined, they form a strong defense, making IDS a formidable tool in the cybersecurity arsenal. These methods enable IDS to identify potential threats and alert administrators. So, we've taken a deep dive into the world of intrusion detection systems. It's been an enlightening journey, hasn't it? Let's encapsulate what we've learned so far. Intrusion detection systems, or IDS, play a pivotal role in the realm of cybersecurity. They are our digital sentinels, constantly on the watch for any signs of malicious activity. Think of them as your home security system, but for your network. Their primary function is to detect and alert you of any potential threats that could compromise the integrity of your digital environment. We also delved into how these systems work. The IDS scans the network traffic, examining each packet of data that travels across the network. It's like a vigilant guard, scrutinizing every person that enters a building. If it identifies any suspicious or abnormal activity, it promptly raises an alarm. Now, how does the IDS know what to look for? This brings us to the two main detection methods used in IDS: signature-based detection and anomaly-based detection. In signature-based detection, the IDS compares the network traffic against a database of known attack patterns, or signatures. It's akin to a bouncer at a club checking every guest against a list of unwanted individuals. If there's a match, the IDS raises an alert. On the other hand, anomaly-based detection involves establishing a baseline of normal network behavior. The IDS then monitors the network for any deviations from this norm. This is similar to a parent noticing when their child's behavior deviates from their usual patterns. Each method has its strengths and weaknesses. Signature-based detection is effective at identifying known threats but might miss new, unknown attacks. Anomaly-based detection can spot novel threats but might generate false alarms due to benign deviations from the norm. In essence, intrusion detection systems are an integral part of our cyber defenses. They help us identify threats, both known and unknown, enabling us to respond swiftly and mitigate potential damage. Whether it's signature-based or anomaly-based detection, each method contributes to ensuring the security of our digital landscape. With the ever-growing threat landscape, Intrusion detection systems remain our steadfast watchmen, ready to alert us of any lurking dangers.